and welcome to the JP8 Report. This is James Pierce with JP8 Report, episode number 36. How are y'all doing today? Just want to, before I get started, a couple of housekeeping notes. I know I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I've been very busy with my business, and I had to make sure that was taken care of. That being said, we all got jobs to do and stuff, and got to take care of my employees. So that's what I was doing. Episode 36, this is going to deal with some issues with the Texas Legislature that just adjourned, and there are several bills waiting for the Governor Abbott's signature. You'll notice I'm probably going to do about 3 or 4 podcasts dealing with different subjects that came through them today. If you're watching this, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my podcast so you know when they come out, because you never know. I may get busy with my political duties or my business duties, or just taking care of my family. So whenever I publish a podcast, whether it be on Rumble or Podbean or YouTube or the whole variety of ones I use, you'll get a notification if you subscribe to it. Hit the little, like on YouTube, if you hit the little bell for notifications, they'll email you. But same thing on Rumble. If you subscribe to Rumble, you can ask for hourly email updates. So they'll send you an email eventually showing that a podcast has been published. All right. So please do so. I really do like the support of people watching my podcasts and listening to them and sharing them out, which is very, very important. So like I said, over the next few podcasts, you'll see stuff from the 87th Texas Legislature. The first one I'm going to go over is dealing with Second Amendment issues. There were 9 bills that made it through the Senate and the House dealing with Second Amendment issues. There was 9 of them. 1 has been signed into law. As you were, 2 of them have been signed into law. The other 7 are just waiting for Governor Abbott's signature. I heard just the other day, this date popped out of nowhere, the 17th of June. I have no idea what the 17th of June means, but maybe on the 17th, he'll start signing these. So they're dealing with different subjects. I'm going to go over them one by one. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be looking at. So as you can see the nice little literature people brought out with all of them dealing with the legislature, different subjects and stuff. Okay. So give you a chance to look at that. The main one on an entire list is HB 1927. And they call it constitutional carry, but it's not really constitutional carry. It's permitless carry. Okay. No matter what they say, it's permitless carry for obvious reasons. Okay. Before we get started, let's do one more. I'm going to read this one. Okay, so this bill hasn't been signed yet, but it's S Bill 19. Okay, and let's see, discourages banks, payment processors, insurers, and other financial services providers from discriminating against members of the firearm and ammunition industries. This legislation prohibits businesses that discourage in this practice from contracting with government entities in the Lone Star State. Taxpayer dollars should not be used to benefit the bottom line of corporations that actively are working to erode the Second Amendment the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens. You can see who wrote that: Senator Schweitzer, Senator Caberglone. Okay. Now, what that means, okay, and I know the governor's going to sign it. What that means, if you're in Copper's Cove, you're in Dallas, you're in Fort Worth, you're in Arlington, San Antonio, it doesn't matter. You could be Texas A&M, you could be University of Texas, you could be Central Texas College, you can be Temple College, you can be San Jacinto College, or I think it's called Lone Star Community College now. You could be Trinity River Valley Authority, or whatever it is, okay, the Brazos River Authority. If you use taxpayer dollars for anything, and you are using a bank, let's say, I know one for a fact, BOA, Bank of America, they have a stance against doing business with anyone that has, how do you say it? They don't want to do business with any firearm industries or ammunition industries at all, okay? So what the governor and the legislature did was they scripted a law, and he's going to sign it. It says if you have that kind of a stance as a corporation, you will not do business with any government entity in the state of Texas. I agree. I said this in a governmental meeting of a couple months ago. If you're going to be a business, be a business. If you're going to be a politician, be a politician. You can't do both. Keep your little snide principal comments to yourself and be a banker. Just be a banker. Loan money, make money, take money from people. Hey, can I cash this check for you? That is all you should be doing as a business. So if you want to deep dive, jump into the political arena and run for the Texas legislature or the city council or whatever, do it. But keep them separate. Keep them separate. I don't go into my political stuff and wear my business logoed shirt while I'm in a meeting. I don't do that, because I represent the citizens of the state of Texas, or in my taxing entity where I serve at. Okay, so y'all brought it on yourself, and my governor, our governor, is going to take care of it. And he had the backing of the House and the Senate to do it. So SB 19 will be signed hopefully very soon. Okay. Boy, I'm on fire right now. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Now we're going to discuss this one right here. The 9 different bills that went through the House and the Senate. Okay, and are all ready for governmental signature. Big one, constitutional carry HB 1927, which is really permitless carry. Okay, it's not signed yet. It allows law-abiding citizens 21 years old to carry a holstered handgun for personal protection. Okay? This does not mean you can go gangster style and stick your raw weapon in the back of your pants and hop and skip and jumping through the city streets like you're a gangster. You know what? You have to carry it on your hip. You got to carry it under your shoulder. It's got to be a holster. Okay. Now you still got to get your nicks. Okay. You still got to be .6 and .7. They still apply. So if you don't like it, if you don't want it in your business establishment, you get 30-6 and 30-7 signs and put them up. Okay. One details concealed, one carry, one deals with open carry. All right. Now, one stipulation of that 21 years old. Oh well, a couple more things. Now, if you decide you want to travel to Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, and where there's Okay, so you can carry your concealed weapon with you. Now, to be able to do that, you got to have proof that you can carry a weapon. Okay, so you still got to get your license to carry, so you can carry it in other states. So if you think the license to carry industry is gone, you still have to have it. Okay, now if you're going to roam around in Texas, you're not going to need it unless there's restrictions. Okay, so if you're planning to go outside the state of Texas, you want to carry your weapon with you, you're okay, as long as you have your LTC with you. Okay, that thing's good. I think for every four years, I believe. Now, the caveat on that age 21 thing. Now, HB 918, which has been signed, okay, HB 918 has been signed by the governor on the 3rd of June that allows Texans under the age of 21 to obtain a concealed carry license if they're under certain court-ordered protections. That means if you have a protection order protecting your life or limb or your family or y'all's possessions, and a judge says, go get your concealed license, you can get it. Here's the paperwork. You can do that, okay? Very good. To protect the lives of a lot of women out there and some men. But that is a really good bill. I'm glad that one's already in. Another bill, HB 1900. Okay, HB 1900 was signed on the 2nd of June. That's to prevent the defunding of police. Okay, the problem is when you have defunding of police, crime rises. Okay, but you have plenty of liberal establishments out there that just want to go out there and we'll take your money away from the police department. We're going to give it to a bunch of psychologists and sociologists, and they can go to domestic disputes. Dude, are you out of your good-for-nothing mind? You're just going to get people killed, and it happens. The most dangerous situation a police officer can ever enter into is in the middle of a domestic dispute. So you want to defund your police department and hire a bunch of psychologists to go and ma'am, sir, can y'all both sit down and let's talk this out? Oh, by the way, that 9mm handgun you got there, can you set that off to the side and clear it for me, please? No, that's a wrong answer. You need a police officer there on site. You have to, okay? Now, the deal with HB 1900 is if a municipality, a city, town, district wants to defund their police department, it has to go before the voters for approval. Okay? That is a double-edged sword. I would not want to be in that world right there at all. Okay? So, some other stuff that's going on. HB 2622 has not been signed yet. It names Texas as a Second Amendment sanctuary state. Okay? I'll read what it says. HB 2622 makes Texas a Second Amendment sanctuary state, providing a layer of protection against federal overreach. So if a law is unconstitutional, it's coming from the federal government, it does not apply in the state of Texas. Now, HP 1500, gun and ammo store protections. Okay, it protects gun and ammo stores from being shut down by local and state officials during a disaster declaration. Oh man, we just got hit by a tornado. We have to close you down. No, you can't do that. They're protected by law. Well, as soon as the governor signs it. Okay, it is time that these municipalities keep their grubby paws off acting like they're dictators and telling the city and their citizens what they can and what they can't do that's unconstitutional. Okay? HB 2112 has not been signed yet. Okay? Redefining holsters in the statute. Okay? So what it does, expands protections for protections for Texans carrying a handgun in a holster to any type of holster, not just a shoulder or belt. You saw me say that a while ago about 1927. This is just an addendum to that bill that allows different types of holsters. Now, as I see it, and my own wife, she does it too. She has a purse with an insert. She can put a concealed weapon inside of it. Well, I do know she does put it inside of a holster to insert it into her purse. Okay, but I don't think you could legally carry a purse with a weapon on the inside of it. You might be able to, but I'm not sure. But this allows you to do that. Okay, and I think it may end up. Nope, that's a different one. I'll get to it in just a second. Okay, and now there's HB957. Okay, a lot of bills trying to protect our Second Amendment rights here in the state of Texas. So if you come to Texas, just be advised that we have our Second Amendment rights here. And if you don't like it, go back to California. Stay out of Texas. Stay out of Texas. Okay, this is a free state. This is a free state, and we love our freedom here, and we're going to protect our freedom here. Okay. HB 957, this was a bipartisan passed bill in the state and Senate. Removes federal restrictions on firearm suppressors that are manufactured in Texas. So if, like, I don't know if ProMag does it, but or Magpul, but if you're have your own company and you're making silencers in Texas, you can still make them in Texas. We're supporting our businesses here. Another one, HB 1407, okay, that gives a concealed carry license holder, okay, to carry a gun holstered in their car or truck without keeping the holstered gun on the person. Okay, that means if you have a side compartment in the side of your vehicle and you want to store your weapon there, you're able to. Okay, that's 1407. That hasn't been signed yet. It will. Okay. HB 781. It has not been signed yet. The governor's got a lot of work ahead of him. So my hat's off to him. So he's going to be a busy person. He has 30 days from the adjournment of the state legislature to be able to sign all these bills. So those times are coming, okay? So just be patient. And then all the laws will go in effect on the 1st of September. So, give him some time. What is it? It's June 12th right now. So he's still got about 2.5 weeks to sign these bills. Okay, HB 781, like I said, hasn't been signed yet. Enhances the safety of public junior college students and staff by empowering junior colleges to decide how best to employ the school marshal program. That gives the chancellors and the board of trustees more oversight on how they want to employ the police departments on their campuses to better protect the students that go to school there. It's all about protecting our kids and the students that go to school there and the staff that actually works at those campuses. It takes the pressure off the state and gives it to the chancellor to come up with a good operational plan. Okay, and the last one I want to talk about for this subject is HB 918. Oh yeah, I already did that one. Okay. Also, one thing is SCR, that'd be Sierra Charlie Romeo 20. Okay, recognizes the 1847 Colt Walker pistol as the official handgun of the state of Texas. Now, so if you're looking for a good revolver that's got history in Texas, go for it. It's a Colt. It's 1847. I believe it's a 45 caliber pistol. Okay. I don't have no revolvers. Well, I got one. I got a Derringer. A really cool one. My grandpa gave it to me through my mom. But hey, the Second Amendment is serious business. And if you want to play around and sacrifice our constitutional rights, you can go to you can try that, passing these unconstitutional bills in the Congress that trying to chip away at our Second Amendment rights. The president and the vice president and their cohorts out there that think they could strip away the rights of individual Americans, Texas is not going to stand for it. We have 10% of the population of the United States. We just gained 2. We got 2 more congressional seats, while California lost 1 and New York lost 1. Ha! So sorry, Charlie. Just want to remind you, if you're moving to my state, if you're moving to Texas, keep your California and your New York politics and your Nevada politics out of my state. We are Texans here. There's a reason why we're Texans. We're proud to be Texans. We serve our country as Texans. How many times you walk around, hey, where are you from, George? I'm from the U.S. Well, when you're downrange or when you're in Europe. Hey, where are you from? I'm from the U.S. I'm from the U.S. Where are you from? I'm from Texas. Okay? So we're proud Texans. Keep your liberalistic politics out of my state. We're going to defend our rights here. We got a governor that's standing up. We got plenty of people in the pipeline that want to be state senators and attorney generals and governors. And man, we have a good bullpen going on here. Governor Abbott, he's had a rough 2 years, but I think he's trying to do the best for our state. I'm not endorsing people here. Okay, I just know he's done his best in our state. Okay, so that was one of my first episodes in a while. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It tells a lot about the Second Amendment in the 87th Texas Legislature. If you have any questions, write me. Write me at JP8 Report at gmail.com. And remember, I'm on Parler at James Pierce JP80. You can find me on Facebook, my Facebook page. I'm going to scroll over to this so you can see it. If you go to Facebook, I'm at the JP8 Report. Okay? You can see it right there. My YouTube page, same thing. Okay? I'll have it in my show notes also. All right? So, thanks everybody for tuning in for this episode, episode number 36. And don't forget to share this out after you get done watching it. This is James Pierce with the JP8 Report. I'll see you on the flip side. I am out.